Hi, my name is Kaylee. Welcome to Magpie Moonchild. This is my channel. I'm going to do a quick read of something for the weekend reading. I haven't done these for a couple of weeks because I've had ill health with myself and the kids. So if you hear me cough or wheeze, that's the tail end of my chest infection. There we go. This is a general read. It will not resonate with everybody. If you, I will timestamp below, so if you can't be bothered to watch the gump, just flick straight forward to your sign. The deck that I will be using is the Mystic Mondays Tarot. It's a slightly different deck to what I use. It's much more simpler. It's just got a bit of fire and prettiness to it. I also love the fact that it has the metallic sides. If you do want to flick through, there is a flick through on my channel. Look at that. There is a flick through of this and other decks that I use on there. I'll also provide a link below. As I say, it's a general read. It will not resonate with everyone. Check your moon, sun, rising. I'll do a natal chart link below as always. Do not make any major life decisions based purely on a divination reading, whether it's mine or any others. If there's nothing that resonates with you in these readings, I am really sorry. As I say, it's a general read. Roles can be reversed if appropriate. And also, if you're finding this at a different date, there may be a message for you. Divine timing works in mysterious ways, and maybe a message that's meant for you within your chart. Is that everything? I think that's everything. So I'm going to start with Sagittarius because we're in Sagittarius season. So can I have a card for Sagittarius, please? Thank you. Okay, decision making. Can we elaborate on that a little bit? Okay, so you're currently considering something. Let's see, is there anything else I need to know about this? You're learning from past. You're considering all your past hurts, past decisions. Just taking an assessment of your life, really, at the moment, Sag. Basically, the Six of Swords. You've got the King of Swords, who is calculated, calm, unemotional, pro-con list type of energy. You know, he's like, this needs to be done. This is how we do it. This is the best way to do it. And the Six of Swords is about letting go of past anxieties and past. The Swords energy is all about thought processes and everything. So it is very much you. The best imagery that there is in the Rider-Waite deck, which is there is a boat with 6 swords in it, and you're trying to get across the river. And you know darn well that if you pull those swords out, you are going to sink on the way over. However, if you just keep them, if you just take what you need from these anxieties, these things, these concerns that you have, keep them in your boat, get to the other side of this decision that you're trying to make. You have to take them into account. You have to allow them to be there. When you get to the other side of the river, if you look, this is like water. If you let across the river, once you get across the river safely, you can leave them. It doesn't matter if they then sink with the boat to the bottom of the river. That doesn't matter. You've carried them. You've learned what you need from these anxieties, these past happenings, these past worries that you've had. If you just leave them once they're done, you thank them. It's like something happens to you. You could have had a trauma, a bad relationship, a bad breakup, something happened within a relationship. That obviously leaves a mark on you, and it causes emotions within you that you have to deal with. And you need to process that, and you need to give yourself the time to process those feelings. This is what the Six of Swords is all about. Past hurts, past trauma, past emotional experiences that are not necessarily pleasant, that have left you with anxieties and apprehensions of things going forward. So you're currently trying to make a decision which way you want to go. If you look, he's like looking out, which way do I go? Which way, where do we go from here? If this is within a relationship, then yes, past scars, past hurt, past things are going to make you apprehensive. The fact that they're in those swords are in the boat doesn't stop that boat crossing the river. That doesn't stop you going to the next stage of your journey. As long as you leave the damaging parts of that in the boat when you get there. So yes, you're going to go to next stage, yes, you've got apprehensions because you've been hurt at that stage before. Somebody hurt you before. If it's to do with a job, that didn't work out before because of X, Y, and Z. That doesn't mean that the current situation, the current commitment you're looking to make, the next stage you're looking to take within work or a relationship is going to be the same. But you can take the lessons that you've learned to prepare you should they happen, or just do it regardless. I mean, Sag, you're not the type of person to be scared. The good news is that this weekend something is going to come in to change that up. The Wheel of Fortune is a twist of fate. Something fated is going to happen this weekend that is just going to click your life around, and you are prepared for it. You do know which way to go. Yes, past hurts are going to cause you anxiety to do with that, but you will know which way to go. You know you are a king of your own thought processes. You know which way you need to steer the kingdom that is yourself safely through this twist of fate. The Wheel of Fortune, it's all about a change of fate that is just coming out of like a bolt out of the blue. And it's going to turn in your favour. It's going to be a pleasant thing, but you do not need to worry about the fact that it's going to happen. Okay. Now, after Sagittarius, we have Capricorn. So can I have a card for Capricorn, please, for this weekend coming? Okay. Okay. You are clear-cut, Capricorn. You know what it is that you want. You are strong. You are dominant. You are safe. You know, you have the knowledge. You know, you have the smarts to handle any situation. It's very air energy, very decisive. You know what you're doing. You can be quite cutting though, Capricorn, if something doesn't go your way. And I'm getting that something isn't going your way this weekend. Something's coming along. The Three of Swords is a heartbreak energy. It's just something that causes anxiety and pain. And you may feel like you've been stabbed in the heart, betrayed. Somebody could let you down on some sort of commitment that they've promised to do. Or something, but it's not, I'm getting that it is a perceived hurt. I don't think they've done it maliciously. You think they've done it maliciously, but I don't think they have. You have had it set in your ways, like you do, Capricorn, set in your ways that something is going to happen a certain way, and it's not going to happen that way for you this weekend, and that's going to upset you. You're going to take it to heart quite personally, because that's what you do, Capricorn. You make that quite personal. They haven't done it to hurt you. You need to have a look at the bigger picture, take the emotion out of it, and consider why they've done what they've done. And it's not to hurt you. You think it's to hurt you, but it's not. So you need to have a look around and consider why they've done it. Because once you do, you will be back into this Queen of Pentacles energy, the nurturing, mothery. It could be that somebody's let you down for a commitment. But when I say a commitment, I don't necessarily mean marriage commitment. I mean more like somebody's agreed to do something with you this weekend and it doesn't happen, and you're taking that quite personal, that they haven't showed up, or they are not going to show up, or whether it's for this weekend or could be to do with Christmas. Christmas plans. They're not doing it to hurt you. They have to consider other people. So you need to consider it from a family point of view. The Queen of Pentacles is like matriarch of the family. So it may be that everyone was coming to yours for Christmas. Suddenly someone's not coming, or plans have changed. They're going to be a bit delayed because they have to fit in. They have to consider everybody as well as you. You need to look at this from a perspective that isn't quite so selfish, so self-centered. I don't mean that horrible. I just mean from, you cannot focus why they're doing something, why they're letting you down for the X, Y, or Z based on how you are not the center of their universe. They have to factor you in as much as you have to. Imagine, put yourself in their shoes is what I'm saying. Put yourself in their shoes and you will see it from their perspective, and you will gain understanding. Emotionally, why they have done what they've had to do, why they have to take that somewhere else, why they have to go somewhere else, whether that's for Christmas or they have to take another person in. It's very hard to split a Christmas. So if this is about a split Christmas where they having to spend part of the day with someone else, please understand that they are duty bound. And most people don't want to be travelling here, there and everywhere for Christmas. They actually just want to be in their own home with their own little family and not have to go anywhere. But they are taking their time out of their day, or even if it's to do with celebrations this weekend, Christmas celebrations this weekend, or an early Christmas meal. I'm getting an early Christmas meal. They are not doing it out of spite or to be horrible to you. They are trying to fit everybody in that matters to them this Christmas. And the fact that they fit you in and they have decided to spend any time with you over this holiday season is because you matter to them. You are important to them. You are family, whether that's a friend or whatever. Friends are the family we choose for ourselves. So if it's a family, you are their family. You matter to them. You are part of their nurturing network. They are not doing this to spite you. They are doing it. They are trying to fit everybody in. And it doesn't mean that you're worth less than the person they've chosen to also fit in. It just means that you all have value in their lives. And they are trying to make sure everybody of value comes in. I'm getting that you might be a mum. Or it's to fit in with a mum. Or a sister. Some sort of matriarch in the family is getting upset. And if it's you having to do it, if you're the person that's trying to make that fit in a split Christmas, then you need to consider everybody's feelings. You don't want to hurt someone unintentionally. So, okay, Aquarius. Can I have cards for Aquarius for the weekend's message, please? Cards for Aquarius. Cards for Aquarius. That one just wants to... Okay, so we're currently deciding which way we want to go this weekend. Where do we want to go? What do we want to do, Aquarius? Is there too many parties you've been invited to? You feel like there's a greater calling for you this weekend? Let's have a look. Why is this Two of Wands here? And why is the Two of Wands here? Okay. Okay. So Aquarius, it could be that you are trying to decide. If you look, this is a road. It's not going to be an easy path. Look at all them bumps in that road. But then anything that's worth anything is never going to come on an easy path, is it? That's the thing. It's never going to be an easy path. So you're trying to decide if this path is worth all the bumps and things. You have apprehensions. At the moment, you are focusing solely on what it is. Woe is me. What is the best thing to do? You're focusing too much on the emotional. Which way do you want to go? You feel like you're obligated to go one way when you know that the best path is the other way. Cups is emotions. This is like guilt, anxiety, worrying too much about. It's like you want to go and do this one and you know this is the best thing for you to do. This is the best way for you to go. But this one holds a lot of guilt. So I'm getting family and friends, or friends and some sort of obligation that you've already agreed to do, but there is something over here that is important. It is important. If you look, this is the card Sada. And the decision that you make is not going to be an easy one. There's not going to be a choice that you make that is not going to have repercussions. So whichever way you choose, you can either go you know that it's best for you. If you took the emotion out of it, you know this is the best option. If you took all the guilt and emotions out of it, this is the best option for you. You know that's the direction to go because this is the king, and the king leads, and the king knows the direction he needs to go. He doesn't consider emotion. That is the right way to go. This is the right path for me and my kingdom. This is guilt. You're being guilted to go the other way. You know this is the way you want to go. You know this is the right way. And if you follow that path, the correct path, it's not going to be without this guilt trip. But you know this guilt trip's there. If you were the other way around, if you were the other option, would you want someone there out of guilt, or would you want someone there because that's where they know they're supposed to be? That's where they're meant to be. Don't worry about the guilt. Yes, consider the other person's feelings, and yes, explain to them thoroughly why you're letting them down. They're probably a Capricorn, I'm guessing, by the reading I've just done, Aquarius. But you know this is the right path. This is the right thing to do. Don't be afraid of the guilt and the emotional. It's probably not going to be as bad as you think anyway. 3 cups empty, 2 cups full. Yes, it's going to be a hard path to choose because of this guilt and this other person that you're going to upset. But it is going to be worth it. You know which way to take. Follow the King of Swords. Do not wallow in the guilt and the duty bound. No one should guilt you into being in their presence. You should be there because you want to be, especially around the holidays. The holidays are all about people that matter to you, family. It's not about presents, it's not about gifts, it's not about parties. It's about spending quality time with the people that matter to you. And you need to consider those people and not be there out of duty and guilt because you feel you should be there, not because you want to be there. Because you're made to feel that that person means more to you than they do, or not necessarily that they don't matter. It's just that you might need to split your Christmas or your holidays. You might need to split it, and you're being made to feel like you should spend it all in one way or the other, when really you know that you can spend 2 hours at one house and 2 hours at another and still have half the day to yourself and your family and what you want to do. Don't sacrifice yourself out of somebody that is going to guilt trip you into being at their house. Because if they are using the tactics of guilt tripping, they're not worth your time. Family or otherwise. Okay, Pisces. Can I have cards for Pisces for this weekend, please? Pisces. Message for Pisces for this weekend. Okay. Okay, that 2 of Wands just wants to come out. Everybody's making decisions this weekend, Pisces. You had a clear idea of where you want to go and what you want to achieve. Oh. You know where it is you want to go. You know that it's going to be rough. You know that it's going to take a lot of work to get to where you want to go this weekend, Pisces. You're making a decision. It's probably quite a big one. Or you've got this great idea and you just want to follow it and you think it's amazing. Why wouldn't you? I mean, look, it's the Ace of Swords. It's a divinely given thought, idea, consideration that you need to do. Clearly a great idea that you've got. And you are pent up in anxiety this weekend, worrying about it. This is the 9 of Swords. This is the worry, the anxiety. If you look, those swords are all stabbing in her head. Her gorgeous ginger red head. You know the path that you want to take, you need to take. It is going to be filled with anxiety. It's going to be filled with worry. There are bumps in the road ahead. Nothing comes easy that's worth having comes easy, Pisces. I'm going to pull you another card because the 9 of Swords is not a nice one to end reading on. Because that is, like I say, anxiety and worry. But what you need to remember is that anxiety and worry is there because this matters to you. You following this idea matters to you. That's why the anxiety is there. That's why the tension is there. And it is a brilliant idea. Clearly, it's divinely given. Judgment. So close to the completion of the world. All your hard... The thing about judgment is, if you have done all the work you need, it will pay off. Judgment is all about... It's like the reckoning, so to speak. It's like all your past work, efforts, what you did or didn't do, what you have or haven't considered, what you have done for good is karma. You know, it's like if you've worked hard enough, it will pay off. You will get your just rewards. Equally, if you've been an absolute shit wanker and you've been horrible to someone, karma will come around and bite your ass. What you reap, what you sow, you will reap. If it's positive, you will get the positive outcome. If it's negative, you will get a negative outcome. If you haven't done the work, the payoff's going to be shit. Does that make sense? So yes, you're worrying about it because it matters. But if you are putting that effort in and you are working your ass off towards this, up on this path, if that's a person that you've been committed to and you're concerned that it's not going to go to where it is, now is judgment time. Now is when it's going to count. Have you put enough effort into that relationship to move it forward to where you think it is? Have you considered the other person? It's judgment time. If you've gone into it with positivity and light, and then when it all balances off, then yes, the payoff is yes, it's going to be fine. If you haven't put the work in and the effort in, then you're not going to be fine. You're going to be left out in the cold. You're going to be, it's not going to quite happen. As long as you've given it everything, it'll pay off. So really it's about you, Pisces. Have you done what you need to follow that great idea and that great plan you have? Because it will pay off if you actually have done the work, if you've put the effort in, if you've given it all your heart, soul, spirit, strength, intellect. If you've given it everything, it will pay off. If you haven't bothered and you haven't tended that bush, it's not going to grow very well, is it? You're going to have a barren bush if you don't water it and plant it. You plant it in the beginning, but you know what I mean. It's not going to flourish if you don't look after it, if you don't tend to it. If you want something to grow, you have to nurture it to help it flourish. Okay, Aries, can I have a card for Aries, please? A message for Aries for this weekend. Okay. Just waiting for the cards to pop. There we go. Okay, rest and recovery this weekend. It's all about resting, looking after yourself. It's a busy, busy season. There's a lot of work going on. There's a lot of shopping going on, a lot of stress, a lot of appointments to be at, places to be, parties to attend. Aries, you just don't feel like going out this weekend, and that is absolutely fine. Why can't you just stay in with a tub of Quality Street and eat some sweets? Watch some Christmas films in your PJs with your family. Just enjoy rest and relaxation time. There's enough going on in this season for you to be running around. Christmas jumper days, Christmas parties, Christmas shopping. I don't know any other. I'm Christian. I was raised Christian, so I don't appreciate what Hanukkah has to do for their celebrations or any other holidays. Pagan, you've got Beltane. It's just, there's so many holidays and celebrations, and that's without birthdays and normal appointments and clubs and, clubs, meetings, dinner dates, just fitting the family in, those family visits. There's enough. You just need to calm. What's it they say? Calm your tits. Calm your tits and just take a moment, rest and relax a little bit. Take a moment to just savour you and yours. You may have to cancel some things to be a bit selfish. Yeah, that's what you're going to struggle with this weekend. To give yourself that time, that self-love, that self-care. You cannot give from an empty cup. You have to consider that, you have to take time for you. You have to take time for you and yours. Otherwise you get exhausted, you get tired, and you cannot give to people. And you will hurt yourself emotionally. You'll be exhausted. The Four of Swords is about resting and relaxing after the hurt and pain and the exhaustion, the angst. Of the Three of Swords, it's heartbreak traditionally, but you may upset someone just by unintentionally by saying, look, I cannot do it. I cannot go out this weekend. I cannot do it this weekend. I have so much on. I just have to do it. We just have to do what we have to, Aries, You have to be a little bit, and that's what you're going to struggle with. You're going to feel like you're battening off batting off all these people, all these offers that people are coming at you. I want you to come and do this. I want you to come and help me with this. I need to do this. You know, you need to do this. You need to do left, right, centre. You're going to have about 6 or 7 different things coming at you, and you're batting them all off and go, just leave me alone. I just want one day to myself to sit and eat cake and cookies and drink hot chocolate and watch Elf or watch some crappy film. I just want time to myself. I just need one night to myself where I don't have to consider somebody else or a commitment. I just need a day off away from everyone to recharge my soul. And that's what you need to do, Aries. You need to take a time, cancel some agreed thing that you need to do, that you've agreed to do, and just cut it out and do what's best for you. Be a little bit selfish. Be like the Knight of Swords. You know what? No, gone. I'm not doing that. Cut it out your diary. No. Sorry, I can't. I'm exhausted. I need to just sit at home and have a day. Just don't even have to justify it. Just go, sorry, I won't be there tonight. Feeling a bit snuffly. Do you know what I mean? If you feel you need to make an excuse, then did you really want to go to that anyway? Because a real friend would go, do you know what? I'm exhausted. I just can't tonight. I won't be out tonight. I'm just exhausted. So Aries, just rest, relax, have a night, have a PJ day. Or even just a PJ evening, you know, once you've done all the shopping and stuff and the stress of who wants to be shopping on this Saturday? You know? Really, it's the last shopping day for Christmas, because next weekend is like all the last minute people that go, you know, 22nd. It's going to be hectic in town. Why do you want to go to town this weekend? You don't. It's going to be full of people. It's going to be full of drunk people having fights. If you're going out, you know, just stay in, Aries, and just have a night where you watch Bridget Jones' Diary in your knickers and bra. Do you know what I mean? Just stay at home and eat cake. Open the Quality Street, open the celebrations, open the tin of roses. Just open up a box of chocolates or have a tub of ice cream and just sit and just recharge your batteries. Read a book with a hot chocolate or a cocoa or an Ovaltine or whatever. Just whatever, Aries. Just mooch. Have a mooch evening or a mooch day where you just don't do anything. And you'll be happy at home. 10 of Pentacles, happy home. Family time at home. Make sure you and yours, make sure you and yours are all, you know, happy and healthy. That's the main thing. Okay, Taurus. Can I have cards for Taurus, please? Taurus for the weekend, please. A message for Taurus for the weekend. Message for Taurus for the weekend. Okay. 6 of Cups. Feeling a bit reflective, nostalgic this weekend, Taurus. Are we going to learn from lessons past or from what we needed to know from the past? The Devil. Not always a bad thing. It's about vices. Old hang-ups from the past. Reflecting over what you didn't do. No, you're reflecting what priorities you used to make. Things you used to make a priority that you probably shouldn't have. You gave in to something. 6 of Cups. Emotional, nostalgic childhood. Loss of innocence. You feel like you've lost a virtuous past part of yourself. Something you prided yourself on, that you were always good. You were always honourable about something, and you've gone against your grain and it's not sitting right with you. What have you done, Taurus? Well, what are you going to do? 5 of Wands. Yeah, you're really going to struggle with this. Whatever it is this weekend, Taurus, you're going to cause friction and arguments. Or an internal argument at least. You are going to learn from it though, Taurus. You've got the Queen of Cups coming up. So it's going to make you, whatever it is, something's going to come along that is going to seriously, you're going to think, why am I doing this? Where did this come from? This isn't me. This isn't how I behave. And you are going to inflict damage, whether that's on yourself or another person close to you. Or something from the past. Some temptation from the past is going to come and it's going to cause internal conflict. It could be an ex that meant a lot to you, or a person that meant a lot to you. It may be that something happens that makes you think, whoa, where did that come from? Why did that happen? It could be an accidental kiss. You know, they kiss you, not the other way around necessarily. You know, you have a bit of beer and somebody you're with and Christmas snog at a party. You need to consider it's going to cause anxiety in you. It's going to cause... It might also be something that you are willing to do that you would not normally ethically, morally do. Not necessarily illegal. I'm not getting illegal. I'm getting just something that you've always said you would never do and you've ended up doing it. You know that moment where, you know, like when people when I have kids, I'm never going to let them have a McDonald's. Why would you feed your kid food? And then before you know it, they're 6 years old and you're stopping on the way back from a party to feed the other 2 of your kids. And that child that's just been to a party at McDonald's because you've literally run out of time and you can't be bothered because you're exhausted emotionally, financially, to drag them around Tesco's to get them chicken from, you know, proper chicken and breadcrumbs to make them chicken nuggets at home because you're just exhausted. It's 7 o'clock at night, you just want to go home. They just need feeding and you just think, do you know what, I'm just going to go to McDonald's. And then you struggle with, oh my God, why did I do that? It would have taken me 20 minutes to make those nuggets at home, you know, and we could have had new potatoes with them instead of chips. They wouldn't be deep fried and they wouldn't have cost me 20 quid to feed us all at McDonald's and have a burger. And I ate the burger too, so I'm not helping my diet. You know, it's that sort of thing. Like, why did I do that? Why did I kiss them? Now my wife's going to think that I'm a cheater. Yes, she's going to be cross at you if she finds out, or your husband finds out. Yes, that happened. That moment of weakness where you give in to the easy road. You take the easy road. What is it they say? The easy path is not always the right path. The right path is not always easy. I can't remember the exact quote. I'm sure it's there somewhere. I'm pretty sure Dumbledore quoted it in Harry Potter. You will learn from it. You will become empathetic to others. If it's something you said, oh, I'd never do that, and now you're in that position and you have succumbed to that situation and you have taken the same path as everybody else does, the non-righteous path, because you don't have that high horse anymore. It's that sort of situation where you can't have the high horse and you can't sit on your high horse and preach at people anymore. You're going to become empathetic. You're going to learn the lesson. You're going to appreciate something from somebody else's perspective. The Queen of Cups is all about understanding another person's emotions and enhancing them. It could be that somebody is struggling with something and you've never really appreciated it. You think you understand it, but you don't, Taurus. And this weekend, you are really going to appreciate where that person is coming from. Somebody that you've gone, oh, it's so silly. You might have externally been supportive, but internally you cannot understand it. You're going to gain that understanding this weekend where that person's coming from. You're going to understand. You're going to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes and appreciate where that's what you've perceived as weakness isn't necessarily weakness. It's appreciating somebody else's perspective on things and just learning the lesson from that. Put yourself in someone else's position. Yeah, and you know, you've been a bit hard on them in the past, not necessarily externally, internally, but it will make you compassionate. Compassion is what you're going to learn this weekend. Compassion for a situation, understanding a situation from somebody else's perspective, compassion for yourself and for others. Okay, Gemini. It's time for Gemini. Can I have Gemini for the week, please? For the weekend? A message for Gemini. Thank you. The moon. The moon. at that. It's her looking out on what looks like an iceberg, staring at the moon in all its beauty, naked beauty. Between a rock and a hard place. You really are putting yourself in a rock and a hard place. Look, if you look, there's those two triangles at the back under the moon. In the back of this Eight of Swords, which is all about trap, there's two swords. There's those two towers there, look. And this woman's now facing away from them, blind, trapped. You are not seeing something for what it really is. You are perceiving something in a negative way, Gemini. You are not seeing, you are just seeing the problems with it. You are looking at something and thinking there is no way that's going to happen. You're looking at this beautiful, beautiful scenario and thinking there is no way on earth that is going to happen for me. A person, an opportunity. I'm getting a person. There is somebody that you think they're never going to want to marry me. They're never going to want to go out with me. They're never going to want to live with me. There is no way. Look at me. Look how awful I am. I'm not worth that. You are trapped in your own self-doubt that you're not worthy of such a beautiful thing as the moon, romance, opportunities of nighttime fun, your own intimate relationship with someone, your own, and the closer you get to it, the more you think it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen for me. I'm not worth it. You hide it from the other person. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, because I'm pretty sure this has come out in a Sag reading. That somebody is hiding something. But it's not secrets and deceit. You're not hiding something from them like you cheated on them or anything like that. This is your own. Look, there's the moon. Your own self-doubt. You are deceiving yourself that you are not worthy of them. You are worthy of them, Gemini. You are worthy of them. You're a beautiful creature. Beautiful creature. I'm not lost on the duality of these images, like the symmetry in them. You are, Gemini, either or, symmetrical. Either or, symmetry, moon. Are you currently seeing someone? You're the, like, in the evenings that you're their, like, booty call, nighttime booty call. And you think they're never going to want a relationship with me. I'm just a booty call. I'm just the booty call. They're never going to want to live with me. They're just with me because I'm convenient right now. Calm your tits, missus. Just calm it down. There's a lot of thinking going on here, Gemini. There's a lot of thinking. Just need to keep calm. Rest yourself. Stop overthinking. Stop being stingy with your emotions. At the moment, you are scared to give because you think you are not. You are scared to give your heart because you think you're not worthy of them. And that means that they're not going to ask you. There's no point investing your feelings if, you know, they're not going to reciprocate and they're not prepared to have you. They are. You are worthy. They want to offer you everything. The Knight of Pentacles, it's the amount of time it's taken for them to get to this point with you, to ask you out, to ask you to move in, to take the next step with them. They've considered, it's a considered, the Knight of Pentacles is, the Knight of Pentacles, if you look, he's like a jumper and chinos, look. He's slow moving. He's taken his time. He's considered it all. They needed to be ready. That's why they haven't made the next step. They needed to be ready. They feel like they're not worthy of you as much as you think you're not worthy of them. They need to be in a position where they can offer you what it is you need. And they finally reached that point, Gemini. You can give your heart. Yes, rest up. Rest up. Don't worry too much. I know that's easy. Consider it. Do not be stingy. Do not be stingy with your heart and your feelings. Give yourself a break. Offer your heart. They'll offer you theirs. They will come forward. It will happen this weekend, Gemini. You will finally get your man. Get your girl. You are worthy. You are more than worthy. Do not ever doubt that you are worthy. They just took their time to be ready for you. And if it is a Sagittarius, they have completely overthought how the fuck they are going to do this offer for you. Instead of just doing it, which I think is what you'd appreciate, just something that just happens naturally, they've overthought everything and just done it that way. Okay, Cancer. Can I have a reading for Cancer, please, for the weekend? Cancer for the weekend. Cancer for the weekend. Any card you like. Just Cancer for the weekend. There we go. The Lovers. I love that. It's like Flamingo. Club Tropicana. Club Tropicana, drinks are free. Maybe that'll come on at a Christmas party and you'll find your lover. The Lovers is about a partnership. It doesn't have to necessarily be love. Obviously, it tends to mean soulmate. If you believe in soulmates, it's a very woolly, blurry term, soulmates. Lots of debate around it, what it means. Oh, you're searching for the one. You've got to the point, Cancer, this weekend where you think, is this worth it? Am I going to take less than what I'm worth? Am I going to take less than what I'm worth this weekend? If you're in a relationship, this is like crunch time. I feel really like you've had enough of this. I'm sick of dating crap men. I'm sick of dating people that aren't worth me. I'm sick of being with someone that isn't worth my time. They're not giving me what I need. I've worked on myself. I've had self-love. I know what it is I want. And I'm not going to accept anything less than that. I'm not going to accept anything less than my soulmate. A balance. Somebody that treats me as an equal. Somebody that it's a give and take relationship. If I'm down, you'll pick me up. If you're down, I'll pick you up. If you're celebrating, I will sure as hell keep you grounded. And I sure as hell will be celebrating with you. I will be your biggest cheerleader and I will be your biggest supporter. I'm there, rain or shine. If my cup's empty, you'll fill mine up. If yours is empty, I'll fill yours up. It's all about equality, balance. That's what you're looking for. Equality, balance, fairness. Reciprocity. Reciprocal. Being reciprocating each other. Obviously, I'm not supposed to say that word. What you give, you shall receive, as above, so below. Balance, yin, yang, counterbalancing each other. The true flow of true lovers is just, you are an extension of each other. You are separate, but you are an extension of each other. Queen of Wands. You want someone that's passionate about you. You are just driven by passion and fire. Creativity. You are a beautiful, creative person. You are stunning. I mean, look at her. She's safe in her skin. She knows what she is. She's got that flower. She's more than happy to share that flower. Look, she's got one, and she wants to give the other one to someone. More than happy to share that if you're worthy. If you'll do the same for me. If you've got a flower, I'll take your flower. But you can have my flower in return. It's a fair exchange of feelings and passion and fire, and you will defend each other and you will love each other. And it's about having that passion that is, there is more to you as a couple than anyone can ever perceive. There is an intimacy that nothing equals. There is trust that nothing equals. It is just fiery passion for each other. Desire, passion, desire for them to have, be with them, but also for them to succeed on their own thing. their own path. You're accepting no substitutes right now. You are not settling, Cancer. It is all or nothing with you. And so it should be. So it should be. It could be an ultimatum to someone. You either stand and fight with me or you're gone. You fight for me. You act, you know, as though you want me. Is there any more to this message for Cancer? You know your worth, Cancer, and you have worked so long to get to this point where you know your worth and you know what it is that you desire, and you are worthy of that love. Totally worthy of that love. Yeah, the High Priestess and strength. You know, intuitively know that you know what you are worth. You are not worth earthly men. You are worth your counterpart. And you have the strength now to stand and accept no substitute. Why the hell should you compromise yourself for somebody that will not compromise for you? You know that your soulmate is out there. You know, you've probably had signs actually that they're who it is that you're actually supposed to be with. That you see things and you can't explain it. You just get this feeling in your gut and you think, oh my God, I'm with the wrong person. Or, oh my God, this is not who I'm supposed to be with. Oh my God, I'm supposed to be with X, Y, Z. I'm supposed to be. And you have the strength right now to stand up and go, this isn't right for me. I'm not with this person. I shouldn't be with you. This isn't, I'm worth so much more than this. I know who I'm supposed to be. It's having the strength to stand up and do it, and being safe in your own skin and knowing that you're fine on your own until you find the person who is worthy of you. You know, Cancer. Okay. Good on you. Don't accept no substitute. Okay. All that work on self-love has worked, Cancer. You are getting to where you need to be. Okay, Leo. Can I have cards for Leo, please, for this weekend? A message for Leo for the weekend. Okay. You have the Hierophant, higher learning, doctrine. Legal, marriage, buying a house. Not necessarily buying a house, but you know what I mean. It's like the legal side of it. Something legal, something that's learned. It's a higher purpose, higher learning. And you're currently trapped in doubt. Are you in a marriage that you're not entirely sure you should be in? Or somebody's offering you marriage or a commitment. Hierophant is like commitments. And you're not entirely sure that, yeah, that you should be there. You've had the Five of Cups and Ace of Cups come out. You think you're not worthy of this opportunity that somebody's given you. You think you're not worthy of this person being with you. This isn't just going out with someone. This is a commitment. This is like marriage is being proposed, or moving in together, buying a house together, and you're apprehensive and you're thinking, oh, this could go wrong, this could be that. This is what I really want though. This is an opportunity to be emotionally fulfilled, to take that next step that I think you've been wanting, but now you're like, oh, this could go wrong. The good news is it won't go wrong. Just say yes. Look at her, victory. Just said yes, and look how fun I am sliding down these wands. Do you not want that liberation, that feeling of liberation and enjoyment and just sheer joy and pleasure? Just say yes. Look, this is what you're looking for. You want this cup, but it came out like this, literally, this naysaying, this doubt. There's a lot of self-doubt going on in these cards this weekend. And this is another one, Leo, that you are doubting yourself. You are worthy of it. You are worthy of having it's being offered to you because you are divinely being given this opportunity for happiness. I'm getting that there could be a marriage proposal or some next important step. You will be victorious. The sun will shine on you, Leo. Just go with it. Just enjoy it. It will happen. It is supposed to happen, Leo. It's supposed to happen for you. Okay, Virgo. We're next on to Virgo. I'm just going to give it a proper big shuffle. A nice shuffle. Okay, one more and then we'll move on to Virgo quickly. Okay, Virgo. I have cards for Virgo for the weekend, please. Virgo for the weekend. Another one taking a path, making a decision. There's a lot of people deciding what they want to do this weekend. It's time for reflection, clearly. Which way do I want to go? What do I want to do? What is it that Virgo wants to do this weekend? You need to learn to trust again. You have been hurt. You don't know what to do. You've been hurt. Someone hurt you good. Someone hurt you good, Virgo. Justice. You're weighing up whether it should be done. Deciding which way to go, which way to turn. Deciding whether to walk away, whether to stay. But whichever one you do, you have to do it for your growth. Your personal growth. You need to be a little bit selfish. Be selfish. Are they worthy of your forgiveness? Are they worthy of you taking them back? Or is it worth you walking away? They did this to you. It's judgment time. Which way are you going to tip the scales? It could be a Libra that's done this to you, Virgo. You are metaphorically, because this isn't gender specific, a queen. You are a loving, nurturing. This is you, Virgo. This is the earth nurturing the maiden. You know, who goes on to, you have virtue within you and kindness, and you are worthy of so much. And are you letting someone dim your light? Are you going to let them dim your light because, you know, they betrayed you? And, you know, you're on this, you thought you're on this future together, and then they've done this to you. They've betrayed you, and you have to decide whether you stick or go. And I'm getting that you need to go for your own good. By all means, take the other path. But whatever you do, do it for your good. Not because you feel bad for them. Not because it has to help you grow spiritually, emotionally. If you think you can get past it and you can work on it and you truly believe that, do that. If you cannot deal with that and think you are worth so much more than what they did to you, only you can decide that. But this is your weekend. You will be making a decision this weekend on what to do with them. I'm doing that like I don't know which way it's going to go. You know which way it's going to go though, Virgo. You know that what you already know what you need to do. You just are trying to justify it, and the only way you can justify it is if it's for your higher good and your growth, nurturing yourself, your best interest. I get it if there's kids involved that you need to consider them, but you know what to do with that. That's the Queen of Pentacles. She's all about family. She's all about knowing what's best for her family. You know what's best for you and your four walls. So do what's best for you and your four walls, and you don't have to justify that to anybody but yourself. Okay, Libra. Can I have cards for Libra, please? Libra for this weekend. Cards for Libra. Oh, thank you. Okay. You've got the Queen of Swords come out. It's pretty much you, isn't it, Libra? Air sign. Decisive, making decisions. You know what's best for your higher good. Princess of Swords. Are you being a little bit immature in your considerations? Are you not considering emotions? Have you cut yourself off a bit? Are you feeling a bit emotionally detached and that's making you a bit cutting, a bit harsh, a bit impetuous, not considering the consequences? Are you clashing with a teenager at the moment? Stroppy teenager who's probably quite intelligent, but they are being so brainless right now. Someone is being brainless. And when I say brainless, I don't mean stupid. I mean they are not. They are not in a good headspace right now. If this is about a teenager, I'm getting that it's about a teenager and you're a parent considered. You know the right path. You know the right thing to do. They're not. They're emotional. They're hormonal. They are being... Are they wanting to drop out of school if they're a sixth former in college? Jacking a job. There's something that you think they need to stick at. Something to do with learning. Something mental. Are they struggling with depression? And you can see that they're hurting and struggling with it. Anxiety, tension. Are they overloaded? Whatever it is, you need to just give them the space to breathe. Support them. Make sure they rest. Try and keep them calm. Help them focus that is not the end of the world if they don't get something done. If they don't get the A1 grade. If they don't, the world is not going to end. You need to teach them. Yes, there are priorities. Yes, there are things you need to achieve. Yes, there are things you need to do. But they also have to learn how to look after themselves. And I don't mean like washing themselves, brushing their teeth, cooking a meal. I mean self-care. They need to learn that sometimes it is better to take a decent rest and do it tomorrow than to just keep burning the midnight oil and burning the candles at both ends until the point where you're mentally breaking down, physically breaking down. If you do not rest your body, you will get ill. So why is it if you don't rest your brain, we don't get that if you don't rest your brain, you will get ill? It's the same thing. You need to cut through the crap for them. There's a lot of swords energy here. Cut through the crap for them. Teach them. They are learning. This is a learning progress. You get the princess, the page of swords, and they evolve, they grow into the knight of swords, and then become the queen of swords. So you are teaching them by resting and caring for themselves, mentally, looking after themselves. I'm trying to think what it's called. It's teaching themselves good self-care, mindfulness, calm, relaxation, meditation, just taking a break, resting. And you're helping them evolve, and then they can go forward. They can take the correct action, the less irrational action to progress. If they're overloaded with schoolwork, if they're overloaded with college work, if they're overloaded with homework, just tell them to just take a break, take a night off. The world will not end because you take a night off. Charge your batteries and focus again tomorrow. I felt very specific, Libra, I'm sorry. Okay, last one. Scorpio. Can I have cards for Scorpio, please, for the weekend? Cards for Scorpio for the weekend, please. A card for Scorpio for the weekend. Whoop. The Empress. Sexy, sassy, nurturing. Doing the right thing, knowing what buttons to push to get what you want. Very Aphrodite. I know what I am. Love me. I know what you need. Have that. The goddess. Probably not Aphrodite. She was a little bit more selfish than the Empress. Oh, you need to grow that. Have this. This is what you need to do. You want to go there? We'll do that. Effortlessly leading. Nurturing, guiding. It's the tangible goddess. It's like the you know, Earth Mother. She helps you grow. And you're embodying that this weekend at the pomegranate, fertility. If you're trying for a baby, this might be the weekend to try for a baby. The pomegranate is all about fertility. That's why Catherine of Aragon had it. Princess of Pentacles. You're all about nurturing. Have you got a young person you need to guide? A little bit emotional. They're not very sensible. They're trying to make a decision. You're trying to make a decision. Or this could be someone younger than you that's an earth sign that you're trying to deal with, and there's a decision to be made and you're helping them guide their way, where they want to go, what they want to do. Or maybe you're just feeling a bit naive, like, I want to do this. How am I going to do this? Guiding yourself, using your inner guide, you know? Trusting that you do know what's best for this person or yourself. Okay, anything else? Changing perspective. Helping them gain a different perspective. You know when they say you can't see the wood for the trees? The answer is right in front of them or right in front of you. It's been laid out for you. It's been provided for you. The Empress is divine, the giver of nurture. If this is you trying or considering expanding your family and you think that's not a good idea, it's not a good idea. Look, she's got the pomegranate. Look at that banana. 2 bananas. Choice. If this is, it's the start of something happening. It's either, this is either somebody that needs guidance that you are trying to help them decide, and you need to give them, they are only considering something one way. They're being quite bullish. They're quite this, but I want to do this and this is how I'm going to do it. And you're going, yes, you can do that, but have you considered this option, or have you considered doing it this way? Change your perspective, you know, devil's advocate, so to speak. Or this is an offer that's coming to you this weekend, which could lead to expanding your family. So letting someone in. This could be that your ex has a new partner and you're a broken, you know, a family that has split, and you have to maybe consider the ex's new partner and how that's going to affect your children, and you need to work together to work out the best way to make that easier for them. It might not be comfortable for you, but it's easier for the children if there are children involved. Or it could indeed be somebody's coming in and they're going to turn your life upside down and you're not quite sure how you feel about that. They are there because this is how they see you. This is how you are, Scorpio. They are beautiful. They see you as beautiful, sexy, secure in your own skin. Nurturing, loving. That's not quite how you see yourself, but they are going to make you see yourself that way. You just have to give them a chance, but at the moment you're trying to work out whether to give them that chance. So maybe it's worth doing something you're uncomfortable with. Maybe it's worth getting out your comfort zone and letting them in and letting them show you how beautiful you are and tell you how beautiful you are. Yeah. See, you're on, and then decide, yes, that's the path I want to go down. This is where I want to go. This is the person I want to be with. It's not going to be smooth sailing. Nobody ever said it was going to be smooth sailing. If this is, you know, a two-parent family, you know, 2 separate houses, a split family, it's not going to be easy for those kids, but you sure as hell need to try and smooth that road out for them. You need to consider this person not as a threat to you. If if it's dad's got a new girlfriend, that's not somebody going to replace the mum. That's an extra person to come in and love and support and help out raise those children. They're not trying to be their mum. They just want to be a part of their lives and help love and nurture these children. You know, kids can never have enough love. If this is a mum that has a new partner, new boyfriend, obviously I'm getting the fact that it's something quite stable. I mean, the kids aren't necessarily aware that mum's got a new boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe they're having a new partner, a baby with a new partner. That's going to cause a lot of, you know, emotional roller coaster for this child. A new person coming into their life, but if you're all grown up about it and you're all sensible, you can make that road as smooth as you can for this child, for these children. You're still a family even though you're separated. You know, you have children together. You need to stop, process your feelings, yes, and then work out the sensible, non-emotional, because swords are not about emotions, they're about the sensible thought process. The most sensible way to progress, to support this children with this change that's coming up. You need to change how you perceive it as a threat of this person coming in and being a new daddy, this person coming in and being a new mummy. They're not that. They're mum's boyfriend. And yes, if at some point they become stepdad, stepmum, wonderful. That is an extra person in that life to help support that child, love that child, help them grow up. You will do more damage by fighting it. You need to be a bit of a martyr. You need to take this hit. You need to deal with your emotions and help support the child through this change, not there's going to be bumps in the road and they need you for those bumps. But I'm getting that there's a new start of a new family. Whether that's stepdad, stepmom, new baby, if you've already got stepmom, stepdad in the house, there's a new baby coming. And you're being called to make this as smooth as possible for the child. Any other children involved in this split family. And using inner strength to rise above your own emotions and your own feelings and being there for that child. You can process your own feelings in private. You just need to rise above and do that. Not hide, you know, don't suck someone into your own your own insecurities of how this is making you feel, or your own anxieties about it. You know, apprehensions. You just have to be there for the child. And if it doesn't work out, you know, they've been together a while and they're bringing the new person in, and you know, or they've been together a while and this new baby, if it doesn't work out for the best, then at least you're there for them. You know, they'll remember that more than you saying, wouldn't you rather they were there going, you were there and supported me when this happened, rather than being angry about dad having a new girlfriend and they having a baby, or you know, you weren't bitter, were you, mum, when they could see you rising above, be the example. So, anyway, that is the end of the readings, because that is Scorpio. That was Mystic Monday's tarot deck. If you care for such things, as I said before, there is a flick through of the deck, full flick through of the deck on my channel, deck flick throughs section. I hope this reading has brought you everything you need. I'm really sorry it's quite a long one. I intended them to be short and sharp, but they grow on me. They always do. I'm trying to get the December mid-monthlies up at the moment. I've done Sagittarius and I think I've done Capricorn. I have done Capricorn and Aquarius, I think. So yeah, this is the Something for the Weekend reading. By all means, have a look and see. I might not release until the 14th though. But I am working through the videos for the 15th through to the 31st of December. I'm really sorry that I missed a couple of these weekends. We've had a lot of sickness and things going on in the house. So yeah, but I now have given up my part-time job, so these should be a bit more frequent now. Still running my business, but it gives me more time to do this side of things. Chase your dream and all that, yeah? Anyway, I hope these messages are giving you what you want. If they didn't resonate with you, I'm really sorry. They are general. They're not meant for everybody. But I do hope that it's reached the people that it's supposed to. So thank you for watching. Love and light to you. I'll see you again soon. Hi Capricorn, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kaylee. This is going to be a reading that I'm basing it on the 15th to the 31st of December. The beautiful thing about divine timing is if you're finding this at a later date, it doesn't matter. The message was meant for you today, Capricorn. This is a general read though, so if it doesn't resonate, I'm really sorry, it wasn't meant for you. By all means, check your sun, moon, rising signs. I'll put a natal chart below for that. The deck that I'm using, again, I will put a link below, is the Lumina Tarot deck. Oh, look at that, beautiful, the Fool. I love this deck. I've waited so long for them to republish it just so that I could get them. From Inner Hue. I will again put the link below for that. They're beautiful. What else is it? Do not base any readings solely as this sole basis for a major life decision. Do not make a major life decision based purely on a divination reading. Please, please, please don't do that. You have free will to make any decision you want. If you take the message that is here and you decide to go a different route, that is entirely up to you. That is on you. You are a grown-up, you are a fully formed person. You can make that decision yourself. If it doesn't resonate, by all means, take it with love and light and just leave what you don't need. It's like a buffet table. You take what you want, leave what you don't. Leave it with love and light, please. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I think that's everything. Oh, cross watchers are welcome if you're a cross watcher. Also, roles are reversible. If I'm talking about two people and you feel like you're resonating more with the other person than the person that I'm talking about, that is what's resonating with you, then that's the path that is meant for you. Path that is meant for you. Maybe you're supposed to gain perspective from the other person's point of view. Who knows? Okay, the light is fading a bit. I'm really sorry. I look a bit dark and red and whatever. I do apologise. Right, let's see what these cards have for you then, Capricorn. Can I have the message for Capricorn, please, for the 15th to the 31st of December 2018? Okay. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands. Driven, passion, fast in, fast out. If this is a love reading, then you may get a fast, passionate thing all of a sudden happen. There is meaning behind it. They really do care about you. They really do. I'm getting love because of what's coming. They really do care about you. They really want you. They are up for anything. You know, you are about to go on the most exciting emotional ride. When I say emotional, I don't mean like deep feelings. I mean like this is all about experience and passion, and it's going to be amazing. This is the 9 of Wands. Normally this is like a last push before, you know, the whole end of that passionate cycle. This isn't suggesting struggle to me though. This is like, yeah, just get on it and enjoy the ride. This is lit up passion. Wands are about fire energy, passion, raw, creative. This is just going to be an amazing ride for you, and it is worth every single second. Any anxiety should just be left in your wake. It should just be that he is just like, yeah, let's do this, let's go, let's do this. I'm hungry like the wolf. And it is going to be full of passion and magic and light and joy, and it's going to be amazing. The 8 of Wands is like things really get moving, and this is like, yeah, this is really happening. You also have the King of Swords, so you're not going to overthink anything. You're going to be a little bit protected. You know, decisions are going to be considered decisions when you do that. It's not going to be out of nowhere. You're not going to be irrational. This is happening because you want it to happen, and you have considered everything. You have considered the outcomes. You've made the 2 of Swords is the decision, and this is, he's made the decision and you're sticking to your decision and you are going with it, and good for you, because that is going to fly. That is going to be amazing. This is what you want. This is that he's all like happy and smug and yeah, this is happening. This is what I'm doing. You know, this is what you want. You know, this is, you couldn't even dream it up any different. This is exactly what you need. What else do we need to know about this wonderful Knight of Wands coming in? You're out for an adventure, Capricorn. You are out for an adventure this holiday season. You know what you want and you are going for it. You know, you are looking, whatever you've been off looking for. The Eight of Cups is about looking for something to fill you up emotionally. You feel like you're not quite fully fulfilled. You're looking for what is missing. And this is what you're doing. You're going after what you feel is missing. And hell, you've thought about this. You've planned this. You know this is where you want to go. You know this is the right thing to do. You know in your head there's no anxiety. You are after something grounded. This is you. This is you looking for adventure. You are grounded. You are passionate. You are willing to learn, willing to let magic happen. Little baby cub. Grows into a bigger cub. At the moment, it just is the wonder in the forest and the magic. The forest is wood. It's wands. It's magic. It's creative energy. You are creative, inspired, and about to follow the Ace of Wands. Ultimate, creative, passionate. Something amazing that you are passionate about is about to explode into your life. This could be a person. I'm getting very much a fire sign. Emperor, Aries. This could be an Aries that's going to come ramping into your life and rev it right up and inspire fire. You know, that is just knowing what you want and you're going for it. You are just on fire. Queen of Swords, cutting out the crap. Not being over emotional, just going with it. You know what's what. It's the King. It could be very much a passionate soulmate relationship coming in. You've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. She has her hawk. She has her sights on what she wants, her prey, and she is having it. There is somebody or something you are after, Capricorn, and it is going to happen. Six of Swords. And you just do not, whatever you're going for, do not let doubts, past anxieties, past failures, past negative thoughts stop you from traveling on this journey. That's the only thing I can say. It's going to be amazing. Just do not let overthink and let hang-ups follow you from chasing your star. What a dream. Full of naive creativity. Raw passion. Chasing what's missing. You will get what you want. Look at him. He's sat on his nest. All happy, all smug. You're going to get exactly what you go out for. Normally, the Ten of Wands is burden, but look at that. He's all happy on his pile of sticks. He's all smug. He's built up his pile. So he should be. You've worked hard for this. This is not something that you've considered and just gone, do you know what? I feel like doing this today. I'm just going to do it. This is something you've wanted for ages. You've desired it. You've wished for it. You've put the work in and made it happen. You've made this happen. And so you should. And you should reap the rewards. You should absolutely reap the rewards for this. The Hierophant. This is your higher calling. This is the person you're supposed to be with. This is the person that you are. The Hierophant can be about marriage, commitment. This is the person you're supposed to be with. If this is a job or some sort of creative experience, this is your calling. This is what you're supposed to do. This is a divinely given opportunity to you to achieve your higher purpose, whether that's through love. This is your higher person to love, to support you, to help you grow, or and inspire you and open you up. Or it's the person that and get rid of your insecurities, or it is the thing that you're supposed to be doing with your life. This is the thing that's supposed to happen. You're being called to be in this relationship. You're being called to be in, divinely given this opportunity to have your higher calling. This is your calling. This is your higher purpose. This is your higher love. Capricorn, I know that was short and sweet, but I don't think that you needed any more from that reading. That was an amazing reading. I kind of wish that I was a Capricorn right now. Anyway, I hope that has given you everything you need to hear. I will be back there. I am already put up the something for the weekend reading for the 14th through to the 16th, which should lead into this. But wow, what a birthday season, because we're coming into your birthday. If it is your birthday, the tail end of this month, but happy birthday. My mum's is Christmas Day. What an amazing reading. It looks like it's a fun party season for you. I wish you love and light, and I hope again that this is going to be what you want. If it hasn't, check your other signs in your chart. I'll put the natal chart below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Love and light.